do another vlog. This one might be a repeat. I'm sure it is. It's one of my very first vlogs I did when I started this channel. And I don't mind doing, if you don't mind, repeating some of my stories, because I might have more of a mindset of answers or a different perspective now that's been like 5 years later kind of thing. And because I was still fresh in the moment on some of these newer vlogs that, some of these beginning vlogs that I did. But this one is kind of like my sister, my narc sister, doesn't fall that far from the tree with the way my mom is. If you notice, I just dropped a vlog about that, where my mom ran and told my sister what I said when I was annoyed by her friends showing up unannounced and kind of broke up the family gathering, quote unquote. And I don't know, I always wonder, like, why the hell does my mom do that, where she just pretty much does a family divide, where she runs and tells people, like, dumb me for even trusting them. I'm so naive to that, or so gullible, I guess you'd say, that I would fall back and trust that I can go to them for something, because I didn't really have a lot of friends in Orange County, in all honesty. And I worked as a housekeeper and people weren't home, so I didn't really have anyone to talk to. So I wanted to talk to somebody, you know, I thought it would be safe to be able to talk to my own sister or my mom or something, but they would run and tell each other just to create chaos. So I'm like, how did I not catch on that this is what they do? So I'm the idiot on that perspective. But so this is the one that, the reason why I cut my ties for the final time with my family. Like, I was, multiple times I've cut my ties in the past, and this was the final one. It was in the beginning, like, my older sister has a very bad delivery on how she wants to get across her thoughts on stuff. She really sucks at it. And it was just something that kind of bothered me, was that when she was saying to my kid, because, you know, God forbid she'd ever come to my kid's stuff, you know, like if they were in a play or they were at a church thing, whatever it was. Like, my surprisingly narc sister did. I know she lived closer to me than my other one, but still we all lived in Orange County, so it wasn't like that far. And they would never invite me to their kids' stuff, so I'm like, fuck you, man. It's not like I wouldn't go, you know. Anyway, so obviously my older sister didn't go to this play that my kid was in, blah, blah, blah. My kid was dressed as, what's her name, Elle from Stranger Things. So obviously she had the, you know, the dress with the tube socks and the bloody nose thing. She didn't look that good on purpose, because you're in character. And I don't know how my sister didn't know that, but when I sent a YouTube video, unlisted, but only they can watch it kind of thing, of the play with my kid in it, because, you know, that way at least you can watch it off the video. And she's like, you know, your kid looks like shit. You need to, like, go take him for a nice girl day or whatever. And they're not into that kind of stuff, by the way. So I'm like, she's not gonna enjoy that. Anyway, you need to, like, you know, have them comb their hair. God, like, she was always on my older kid, who's on the spectrum. So they're very socially awkward to begin with, and they're not in, you know, like, combing their hair was like secondary to their life. So, like, you know, yeah, they'd have their hair combed, but they're not like, oh my God, I gotta look pretty, like, never like that. So it is what it is, okay? I have another kid who is like that, completely different kid. So anyway, I just thought that was rude, because I know if I were to say that about her sons, like, I would have been like, oh, hell no. And trust me, my narc sister was, when I said her kid was rude, that was like, you crossed the line. I'm like, really? Your kid is rude. He always has a bitchy resting face. He never says hello. And he didn't even bother to talk to us during my kid's party. I can't even talk. Anywho, so my older sister said all that, right? And I'm like, oh, that's nice, lovely. You know, I didn't say anything back. I was just kind of taking it all in, like, how is that nice? So I hung up with her, and it was stewing in my head. And I just remember this vividly. I was cleaning a house, and my brother's wife, for some reason, I think she messaged me, or maybe on Facebook, and I was thinking, like, I need to vent to somebody. Maybe I can trust her. You know, she's not my sister, but she's part of the family. You know, and I liked her, where she didn't. My other sisters didn't care for her that much, so I felt like I had a sister I could bond with, since they have each other. So I told her, like, hey, this is what so-and-so said about the play. Oh, I know, she was responding back to the link that I sent her, because they live in Hawaii, so they couldn't obviously come. So she goes, oh, that was a lovely play. And I'm like, yeah, well, I'm glad you think so, because so-and-so said this about my kid, about so-and-so. And she was like, well, obviously she's ignorant. Doesn't she know that your kid's in character? And so she was on my side 100%. And I felt better about, hey, I could vent to her and all is well. I resumed my cleaning. Well, then the next day, like, apparently apparently, like, my brother got on the phone saying, oh, so are you talking smack about so-and-so? Like, like my sister-in-law told my brother, which I kind of wouldn't be surprised, but it wasn't that important to be talking about. And then it just went from there. Because my brother loves to embellish on truth and make it worse. And then, of course, he tells the narc sister, because he loves to cause drama. And then she goes from there and tells my older sister about it. So I'm like, why? Why? What do you gain from this? I was just having a moment. I was upset about it. I got over it. So she turned it into some huge thing, which it wasn't. And now my older sister wouldn't talk to me. So that year, like, Christmas came, she didn't talk to me the whole time on Christmas. And I was like, you know, I don't want to fucking talk to you either, so fuck off. Like, I'm not going to kiss your ass. And then, apparently she had a birthday party for her kid in, months later, didn't invite me to, that my other sister, narc sister, was telling me about, because she felt bad that my older sister wasn't invited to the concert that me, her, and my brother were all going to, because my brother wanted to see ELO in concert and invited me and the narc sister to it, but not the older sister, because he has issues with her too. That was, you know, but she felt bad that so-and-so wasn't invited to this concert, yet I wasn't invited to this birthday party of theirs. Think nothing twice about that, but rules don't apply to these assholes. God, don't even get me started on that shit. Anyway, sorry, I cuss. Oh well, right? So if you don't like it, you don't have to, you just ignore that. But it feels good to cuss. Anyway. So she ignored me that, didn't get invited to the birthday party that I found out about just through my sister talking about it. I'm like, oh, that's lovely. And then, who the hell's honking at who? Like, get over it, people. California drivers, man. They're all flocking here to Nevada, and they're all a bunch of assholes. Like, anyway, so, they're not honking at me, but still it's rude. Alright, where am I now? So, anyway, a couple months after that concert, because that concert had happened not too far after that birthday party I wasn't invited to, like, literally, like, a couple weeks later. So then, still my sister, older sister, had nothing to do with me, because whatever my narc sister told her, because who knows what she freaking told her, you know, and, I can't fix it because they all believe her over me, so I'm like, I just gave up on that. And then come November, so it's Thanksgiving's approaching, right? So my younger kid is at that time in a band, not a band, color guard for the marching band. So I had recorded, I was there to, like, you know, record it, you know, on my phone, like for the YouTube, for the team, and then also obviously be there because I wanted to see her perform. And we were at the parade, and my sister, the older sister, texted me out of nowhere saying, because I was trying to break the ice with her, because I had no idea about the birthday party I was not invited to, but I had sent her kid money for his birthday. And I thought, oh, she's probably not having a birthday for the... Alright guys, sorry, I had to cut that out. The phone was ringing. I thought I could turn down the volume. So, okay, so out of the blue, I get this weird text from my older sister saying, because I was trying to break the ice in the past, but I sent, like, money to her kids, because both her kids have a birthday August and September, so I sent them money because I thought, oh, they probably didn't have a birthday party, but then come find out they did. I just wasn't invited to them. So I'm like, oh, that's lovely, because I invited her to my kids' party in October, my younger one, to a bowling party that she said she might go to. She never bothered, but of course for a bowling party you have to pay for people for the bowling, and so I paid for her kids, and she didn't even bother to come. I'm like, now, had I done that to her, I wouldn't have heard the end of it. But it's okay to do that to me. Okay. And my narc sister, I had purposely did not invite my mom to the bowling thing because I had their friends, and I really don't want my mom part of that because she's not okay with, she just doesn't behave well, and I was okay with the family gathering, but I just didn't want her part of the kid gathering because she didn't know any of these people that my kids wanted to, the friends, and some of them were in the LGBT community. My mom acts like she's okay with that, but she really isn't. So anyway, okay, so all that said, I get this text from my older sister saying, you know, holidays are coming and going. You always act like the victim and never apologize. It was just some kind of random text like that. I forgot the exact word for word, but I was like, are you effing kidding me right now? What am I apologizing for? The fact that I got upset that you said my kid looked like shit, because I'm really not understanding what the hell my narcissist must have told you, because honestly, you're just believing everything they say. They embellished on something that made it worse, and it really was nothing. And we just went back and forth, and I'm like, you might want to ask so-and-so, like, where is this coming from, by the way? Like, where are you going with this? Because I don't understand why you're so upset. I was upset. I got over it. I didn't say anything, but the fact that I was a little upset that you said that about my kid, that's it, to the sister-in-law. Whatever they said to you is completely, but she won't tell me. She just said, oh, this subject was brought up. And I'm like, oh, by the narcissist. Sure, of course it was. And so I ended it with just like, have a nice life, you know, and just F you. I didn't say F you, I just said have a nice life or something like that. And I just said, you know, don't believe everything that so-and-so tells you, by the way, because she definitely lies. Of course, you know, years have gone by. I still haven't talked to my older sister. She hasn't reached out in any way, so she doesn't give a shit. So, and that's fine. I don't give a shit about her. She's no love lost. But it's nice to be there. This video, this vlog, this channel, mine is very therapeutic for me just to vent about it, because years I've endured me against them, and I'm so effing tired of it. And I want other people out there to know you're not alone. If you got family like this, you're not alone. I'm proof of that. So that was the end of that. But I knew textbook that because I knew now more about narcissism than I did back in the day, and I knew for sure my narcissist was gonna contact me days later, because that's what she does. And I had that vlog too, where she starts crap, and then she turns around and goes, hey, how are you? Are you okay today? What happened? Acting like she doesn't know what happened when she started it to begin with. It's so like freaking gaslighting. It's disgusting. So sure enough, my sister, my narc one, texted me, or tried calling me. That's what it was. I was cleaning another house, and I'm like, hell no, am I answering this call? And she knew right away she was blocked, or that I put her to voicemail, because it rang once and went to voicemail. So she texted me, I know you're blocking me. I don't know why you're upset. I was just wondering if you're coming over to Mom's for Thanksgiving this year. And I said, I was going to go until all that happened. And I said, I am going to the in-laws this year. Have a nice life. I just pretty much cut her off. And then she was like, well, I don't understand what happened. And I'm like, and then so we just kind of went back and forth. And then I said in the bowling alley, and you know, on top of that, your kid was very rude to my kids, because even like I was just quoting what my husband and kids said about him, because even my mom said, because she showed up to because thanks to her, she was at that bowling party. Her child wouldn't even talk to us. Like, my husband tried to like fist bump him, like, hey, way to go, you got a strike, or whatever it was he did. And he just would just turn around and just move on. And he was 10 years old. Like, you're old enough to be nice, you know? I don't know what your problem is, whatever your mom told you, but there's no reason to treat us like that. So I didn't say anything to him in person, but I just said to her, like, well, your kid was kind of rude to us at the birthday party. That's all I said. I didn't call him names. I said his actions were rude. Okay? How many times have I heard that about my own kids, you know? It happens, you know? So instead of taking that into account that maybe her kid was being rude, she's like, you crossed the line. Nobody calls so-and-so rude. Da, da, da. And I'm like, oh my God. Seriously? Like, okay, you little self-entitled little asshole from Orange County. Like, you're all going to act like that. That's why I'm never close to her kids, or her kid, or my sister's kids, because of this. I hardly even know them. So I don't feel like any love lost, never stop talking to them again, because there's no relationship. Anyway, that was the last I talked to her. She sent some email, and I didn't respond back to it, but it was like copying everybody in the family in there, saying I need mental health, I need therapy, I have mental health issues, all this stuff, and then I crossed the line with the kid, all that stuff. So I'm like, oh my God, you win. You can, exactly, this is exactly what you're going to tell your kids, that I'm the crazy one, that I have mental health issues. It wasn't because I finally stuck up for myself and stood up and said, fuck off. No, that wasn't it. It was, I have mental health issues. I hope to God when their kids are old enough, because they're not, but maybe 11, 13 years old right now, when they're adults, that they finally go, you know, my mom is a narcissist. Like, I'm not going to believe the shit she's been saying. Maybe my aunt that I don't know, who moved away to Vegas area, is not so bad. Maybe I should reach out. If they do reach out to me, that'd be cool. But right now, I'm sure they think I'm just some crazy ass bitch aunt, if they even know who I am. I'm sure they might run upon a picture or so and go, who's this person? So, you know, who knows? Well, guys, thank you guys for listening to this amazing story. Just kidding. But I may repeat a few stories from the past just to have a different perspective. Hope you're okay with that. Definitely comment down below. I love reading your guys' comments. Some of you guys have some stories to tell, and I appreciate the feedback and sharing your story. Hope that makes you feel better as well. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.